Hello students, welcome back to IMS Venturi. Today I am starting a new comprehensive lecture series whereby I will be breaking down the format of each IELTS module for you to understand the basics of each module, the format of each module, as well as to get an understanding of what kind of questions can you expect for each section. Okay, as for this video I am going to be focusing majorly on the listening section. So let's get down to business. So to begin with, let's look into the basics of your listening module. So children, what is your listening module? Listening module is designed in such a manner to evaluate your understanding or your ability to comprehend spoken discourse, alright? To do this, they give you a few audio files and then a few follow-up questions to see if you are able to work with them or not. Now let's see what is the duration to do this particular module. So you get 30 minutes window to do this particular section. If you're somebody who has opted for pen and paper, you're going to get 10 minutes extra window as your transfer time to transfer your answers from your question paper or whereby you have, jot them down in rough to your OMR sheet in fair, okay? Now, if you have opted for your CDILs, you do not get this particular 10 minutes window, but you get 2 minutes to go back to your questions and answers, spell check and see if you have made any errors and rectify them. Okay. Now, what is the number of questions that you get in this particular module? So that is 40. Alright. So there are 4 sections. Okay. And each section is going to have 10 questions. Okay. Now each question is going to bag you 1 mark. So if you get the answer right, you earn 1 mark. If you do not get the answer right, then you don't lose anything, but you do not gain anything either. So in short, there is no negative marking, okay? Now the total score out of 40 is then converted into a 9-band scale. It's converted into a score for you. So if you, let's say, get 39 to 40 questions right, you get a 9 band. If you in case get 38 to 37, you get 8.5. If you get 36 to 35 questions right, you get 8. Now, I am not going to be discussing anything which is below 8.5 because if you are my student, you do not fall below that. So, that's your threshold right there. So, these are the basics of your listening module. Okay. Now, further we are going to be looking into the format of your listening module. So students, what is the format of your listening module? So let's see what is that. So I told you earlier as well that there are 4 parts or 4 sections in this particular module and you are going to get a different audio file for each module, okay? Now let's see what kind of audio can you expect for the first part, okay, or the section 1. So a conversation between 2 people is going to be there. So it's going to be a dialogue, okay, whereby 2 people are going to be having a conversation about something. Okay, now this could be any particular thing which is set in some casual context. Okay, so the language also is going to be very easy for you to follow and understand. Okay, now what is the second type of audio that you are going to get? So for your second part, you are going to get a monologue or a speech. Now what's a monologue, students? A monologue is something which is just given as a particular, speech or a paragraph or discourse provided by just one person or one speaker. Okay, so there is no other person involved who is speaking, but just one person who is delivering the speech. Okay, now this is also going to be something which is casual in nature. So say for instance, in the first section, you can get a dialogue between 2 people, let's say 2 friends who are discussing their weekend plans. Now for this one, you can maybe see that, there is one person who's talking about, let's say, how their day went. Okay, or they can be giving some information which is very casual by nature. So maybe they are telling you how to cook Maggie. Okay, now I am not telling you that they are going to be telling you how to cook Maggie, but you understand, you get the idea that is going to be something which is going to again be easy to follow for you. Okay, now this is when it starts getting trickier. So by the time you reach section 3 or part 3 of your listening module, you are going to be given a particular audio which is going to be a conversation again. So more than one person is involved. Now, how many people are involved? Up to 4. So maybe 3 people can be talking, maybe 4 are talking, but not beyond that, okay, not more than 4. And this particular audio is not going to be something casual by nature. So this could be something which is academic, or this is going to be something which is training context related, or something which is a little more complicated or complex, okay. Similar is the case with audio 4, whereby you are again going to be getting a monologue just like section 2, but here it's not going to be casual, it's going to be something which is again very nuanced or very subject oriented, okay. So the idea behind this is that you have to deal with something that is complicated. So jargon may be, you know, included in this particular thing, nuanced language will be there for you. So you have to work with all of them, first off with easy language and then with a little more complicated language, and then go back to your questions and do the answers. Now to do the answers, you have to follow the questions and simultaneously log your answers, because you're not going to get any, you know, extra time for that, okay. So this is largely the format of your listening module. So students, now let's turn our attention to what kind of questions can we expect for this particular section, which is listening, okay. So what is the first one? The first one is MCQs, or multiple choice questions, okay. So this does not need any thorough introduction, we already know what MCQs are. So in this particular type, you are going to be given one question and you will be expected to tick or lock one of the options, okay. So now they can expect you to either lock one option or multiple options. So in order to understand that and see what they are expecting, you need to go back to the instructions that they are given, in your question. So mind you that you do not have to skip them, okay. The second type of question that you can expect here in listening section is matching. So hereby you maybe will be given, let's say, category 1 and category 2, and you will have to match the items from both the categories with each other, okay, based on whatever you are hearing in the audio file. Now what is the third one? The third type of question is going to be a little visual. So here you can expect a map, a plan or a diagram, and you will be expected to label that in tune with whatever you are listening in the audio, okay. So based on that, you will be expected to correctly mark the things in the diagram or whatever blanks they have given you in the visual, okay. Now what is the last type of question that you can expect? It is gap filling. So in this particular question type, you have a lot of subtypes. So maybe you will be given a form, a note or notes, table, flowchart, summary or sentence. So in all of these, the main thing is that there is going to be a gap that you will have to fill, okay. So based on what you are hearing in the audio file, again you will have to come back to the question and lock your answer based on what is the right answer according to you, or whatever you hear, and then you make sense of it from the audio that's been assigned to you, okay. Now one thing which is very important here that you should keep in mind always, students, is that you have to clearly understand and thoroughly go through your instructions, because sometimes what happens is that you do not understand or you do not read the instructions only, and then you just go back to the questions and write your answers just like that. But in the questions and in their respective instructions, they usually tell you the word limit, or what kind of how many options or what kind of answers are they expecting you to write. So say for instance, the question or the instruction for a particular question says that you cannot write the answers in 4 words. So they can say write the answers in up to 3 words and or a number, something like that, and you just write 4 words. Now according to you, those 4 words are the answer, but since the word limit stated that you cannot go beyond 3 words and you wrote 4, this can lead to detraction of your marks. So try and stick with the word limit, and always make sure that you are reading and understanding the instructions properly, okay. So if you follow all of these things that I've told you, and if you understand this particular thing which is related to your question types, and you get an idea of what can you expect in the question types and what can you expect in the format and how can you predict stuff, I think you are good to go and you can have a good band score in your listening section. So that's all for today, students. I hope you found this video helpful. If yes, please like, share and subscribe. Also consider sharing it with somebody who would find this helpful as well. As for now, I shall take your leave, but stay tuned because in the next video, I am going to be breaking down the format of your reading section. So yes, see you soon. Thank you.